The Working with Newcomers Micro-credential is the second of the advanced set of micro-credentials. With this micro-credential, your learning will be centered around a newcomer student, someone who's new to your classroom, new to English, and the supports they will need in the classroom. I decided to create an activity that would play on the students' strengths so they could feel successful in the classroom. I did this by sending home a questionnaire for the child and a questionnaire for their grown-ups to fill out, and I asked questions about their past education, about their culture, strengths, weaknesses, and areas of interest. From that, the feedback I got was that this particular child was really interested in solving problems and completing puzzles. So I decided to pose a problem in science where there was dirty water that needed to be filtered. This was an extension activity on a science unit we were working on already. We were talking about Earth systems, and we were talking a lot about water and the water cycle. You can see the materials I gave over here for the students to work with. There was empty plastic bottles and funnels. They had coffee filters, some clean dry sand, rocks of different sizes, and dirty water. I asked them if they thought that the dirty water I had shown was drinkable or if they could use it to wash their dishes with, and we discussed what we could do if that was the only water that was available to us in our community. After posing the problem, showing them the dirty water and the materials they could use, I grouped them into small groups of 3 and let them begin working. There were sentence frames for my newcomer to use when we came to the reflection at the end. I had visual representations, and this lesson was created with a newcomer in mind, so that way he could feel successful. This is the graphic organizer that everyone used. I decided to use a drawing because I felt like if this student was able to draw their thinking and label it, that would be a better way of communication for the groups. At the end, we reflected upon our work. We discussed whether our filtering systems worked, what materials were successful. We talked about if we were going to do this activity again, what would they do differently? And so this was the reflection sheet that I gave to my English-speaking students. It's very wordy. I tailored it and broke it down, and this is the reflection sheet that I gave to my student who was very new to English. I was wondering if this student enjoyed this project because that was my main goal. I wanted this student to feel successful and to really hone in on their strengths and their interests. I asked the student if their filter worked and if they thought it was safe to drink and why. This is a picture of a group of students and their filter system. You can see at the bottom it was working, some clear water was coming through, and it was a really great activity. After talking about the activity with everyone, it seemed everyone enjoyed it, and my goal of helping this student who is new to our classroom, new to English, helping him feel a part of our classroom environment and helping him feel successful in science was a success.